Hey, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar, and today we have really a exciting Axes and Artifacts brought to you by the good people at Heartbreaker Guitars in Vegas. This is, as I'm sure all of you recognize, Lindsey Buckingham's guitar. I mean, his guitar since 1979. Been on thousands of tours, who knows how many sessions. This is the one. I remember as a little kid, seeing him play with that white Les Paul Custom, which looks so rock and roll. And when he switched to this, I was a little disappointed because it looks like an acoustic. And I thought, you can't rock on an acoustic. What is this? Turns out it's this guitar, the Model 1. The story goes that Lindsey Buckingham was frustrated with his Les Paul and the Strat that he was working with because he wanted something with the warmth of the Les Paul, but the clarity of a Strat, and he wasn't quite getting it. So he talked to Rick Turner, who built this prototype. And apparently he showed up at a rehearsal, Rick did, with this guitar and just left it on stage. Buckingham came out and played it for like 3 hours, and then I went on to play it for like 25 years without, and he ended up doing away with the Les Paul and the Strat because this did all those things. And it really is an incredible design. What Turner started with is, much as, notice how the top and the bottom are both carved out, they bow out. And he did that because parallel surfaces, frequencies bounce back and forth rather than kind of resonating within. So kind of like in a studio or in a mixing room, you don't want these parallel surfaces. Well, he did the same in this guitar. So it starts with that. The body is a Honduran mahogany chambered for the electronics, and this sandwich construction with that deep, really comfortable curve right there. And the neck is a 5-piece maple with purple heart in between. You can see right here, if you look closely, there's a noble battle scar where apparently the head left the body at one point. But you know, over all those years of rock and hard, that's going to happen. Signed right there by Rick. Has a 0 fret, and the neck is kind of beefy, and it feels a little acousticy. You know, it's got, I assume this is Buckingham's setup. It's heavier strings, and the guitar kind of fights you back a little bit in a good way, like a good sort of acoustic. It feels a bit like, it doesn't feel like a Les Paul, it doesn't feel like a Strat. It feels more like a kind of a really great acoustic guitar, an easy to play acoustic guitar. But it lets you kind of dig into it a little bit harder, which, you know, Buckingham is an amazing guitarist. I mean, just an incredible talent, and songwriter and producer and all that, and singer for that matter. This kind of does it all. And I think it comes down to these electronics, well, the body, the whole thing. But the electronics are made in-house by Rick Turner. It's a active humbucker, which offers, okay, there's volume and tone like you'd expect, but right here is a single coil push-pull on the tone. And when that's up, it really is stratty. I mean, shockingly stratty. I don't know how he does it, because it really does sound like that Strat sound, but that's one pickup. Then you put it in the humbucker mode, and it's just rich, man. You know, I mean, that's... Bring down that tone a little bit. Like a hollow body, man. It's amazing. So, tone and volume as you'd expect, but when you jump down here, here's where it gets even more interesting. With the flip of this switch, with that red light, you have a boost cut and a semi-parametric EQ right here. So let me just show you what that does. Here we are, just normal humbucker. Flip that on. There are just so many tones in this guitar. Okay, I love the fact that this historic instrument has a few noble battle scars from the years. For instance, right here, you can see where Buckingham had the jack plate moved. I don't know why, just he wanted it. Who's going to argue with that? Also, you can see right here, he had these two, I believe these were over here at one point, and he had them moved. Right back here, it's almost like a string tree, but it looks like a strap button, like that's put back there kind of as a tree by that bridge. I don't know why it's there, but who's going to argue with that? Later on, this was a prototype, and Rick Turner ended up adding another knob up here for a piezo option, which I think Buckingham had like another 7 or 8 of these made, and I think the others had the piezo option, which would be great. I've never actually seen one before, and this is the first one I've seen, but amazing tones in this guitar, and it's just, I'm goosebumpy just when I opened up the case. So thanks for letting us test drive it. Check out, while you're online, make sure you check out our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that jazz. This is John Bolger. Till next time, let me just play a little something out on this thing.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on PremierGuitar.com.